Goodbye, sweet audience. Goodbye, Jim. I love I must bring the news!
I'll be there to love and comfort you. I'll be there to cherish and care for you. I'll be there to always see you through.
No, I don't read the big issue.
It's me!
Doug? Where the fuck have you been? Hello and welcome to another episode of Good Morning Glory, the only place you can get the news you can trust. Today I will be talking coronavirus testing, disgraced MPs, sport, space loos, and more. Our top story today. A number of epidemiologists and virologists have questioned the validity of coronavirus testing, with some stating there's a 91% false positive rate. The president of Tanzania, however, has taken upon himself to do some testing of his own. He's tested a goat, a sheep, and a pawpaw fruit. Well, if the results are correct, the goat and the fruit must now quarantine for 14 days before retesting. They only have a 99% chance of survival. Scotland is waiting on its first chance to really test the political mood north of the border as calls grow for former SNP MP Margaret Ferrier to resign after breaking the law. Miss Ferrier travelled by train from Glasgow to London to speak in the Commons despite showing coronavirus symptoms and testing positive. She then went on to the gym, a beauty salon, and the shops when returning north of the wall. The police have launched a formal investigation despite all the evidence being made public knowledge and an admission of guilt. We couldn't get the disgraced MP on, but Doug Swan I believe you've compiled a list of reasons why she'd be reluctant to resign.
Yes, Jim, here it is.
Sport now. Some say Spurs are shit. Some say Eric Dyer is really shit. Well, it turns out he may have just been holding in a shit. Eric left the field of play midway through Tottenham Spurs' energy drink cup tie with London Chelsea Footballing Club whilst 1-0 down. With that presumed excess weight gone, he returned to the field of play to turn the tide, winning a draw and penalty kicking the opposition into submission, progressing to the next level. Doug Swan was at the game.
After the match, ex-international footballer, current pundit and on-the-go crisp enthusiast Gary Lineker had this to say. "The game's gone. Dyer just runs off the field to take a dump. Players just don't shit on the pitch anymore." Well, what my 2 cents on it? If you're that worried about restocking your playing shorts with brown trout, just do an extra few slide tackles in the game. In my experience, the skid marks just blend right in. Back to you, Jim.
Sticking with toilet humour now, the world is going potty and so are NASA. Have you ever been at London Waterloo Station and are dying for a pee but don't want to pay 20p for the privilege? Well, NASA are willing to fork out $23 million for their new space loos. And these are actually designed to be cost effective. What have you got, Doug?
This is the Armitage Shank Shandringham 21, a close-coupled lever system with a standard seat, suitable for my home and your home, work. A little bit upmarket for Weatherspoons, but completely unacceptable, however, for the moon. Or space in general. Though this model can handle the largest of floaters. Trust me, I put it to the test. It sadly cannot combat, however, those floaters with 0G. So NASA's $23 million commode they built is actually a cost-cutting measure, with toilets being custom-made per mission. Take, for example, the 1993 mission, which cost the US taxpayer $30 million. So these newest toilets are actually built to be universal. Back to you, Jim.
Sticking with crap, the weather.
This is the weather in the UK. Grey. It'll most likely be like this today, and tomorrow, and the day after that too. Back to you, Jim.
That's all here from Good Morning Glory. From both Doug and I, stay safe. Thanks for watching the most impartial news network across the land. If you enjoy our stuff and actually learn a thing or two, please do like, share and subscribe. Thank you.